Aliens are gonna be a thing in 2027. Listen, I'm ready. I need an alien bestie. Where you at? Where you at? Alien bestie, let's go shopping, okay?
You know, there's like something I wanted to.
So yeah, it's been a long time since you guys have seen me. I'm really hoping that this is clear because I might be hitting the shoulder lean, whatever. That's a bit better, but you already know in my videos you gotta sit back and relax because this is gonna be a long one, okay? Get your coffee, get your tea, get your drink, whatever, your water, whatever it is that you're sipping on. You know you're about to be here for a while. We about to be just chatting. Anyways, since I've been gone, I actually came to the realization that the harder that I tried to work for things to happen, the more that things ran away from me, because maybe it really is just the simple thought that, like, anytime you're trying to force something to happen, it's because you're expecting it not to work subconsciously. This is probably the most chill, the most effortless I've ever been, like, all summer, and things have been aligning for me in a way that I can't even begin to comprehend. With that being said, I wanted to do one of those videos where I talk about, like, the media that I consumed in 1 month. So this is the media that I consumed in 1 month, basically, like, all of my favorites. So I'm gonna start off with Pirates of the Caribbean. That's how they always said it when I was growing up. Like, when I was growing up, Pirates of the Caribbean was like one of those movies, like, you couldn't avoid it, but I did my damnedest to avoid it because I was just like, I'm not interested. What? Right? But after being an adult and going back and watching, it is such a strong series. Like, the graphics are amazing considering the time, and you can tell it's just like true VFX artists, or like true costume, true all of the things to really recreate this pirate vibe is really so good. Like, it's actually so tea. And I fell in love with Tia Dalma, and I actually was prompted to watch it because people kept saying, okay, so I did the Nikki challenge, and people kept saying, like, you look like Tia Dalma, is giving Calypso, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, let me watch Pirates of the Caribbean because it's been on my, to-do list. And whenever I saw people was saying that, I was like, all right, it's time. And I watched it and I was like, yo, this is so tea. I'm in love with her. Like, I love her, right? And yo, the plot was just so interesting and good. Like, I think it's been so long since I watched a movie and I was like, yo, you can tell they gave a fuck about this. Not saying that, like, from beginning to end, the big budget, the amazing graphics, the top tier actors and actresses, the storyline, like, you could tell it was just a big thing back then. So that was great to watch. I give that. I watched the first 3 movies. So Curse of the Black Pearl, Davy Jones, whatever the hell, Dead Man's Chest, and the third one, I can't remember the name of it right now. And so I'm on the 4th one now. And I plan on finishing the rest of the movies this month in August. So I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a really big wrestling fan, and my favorite wrestler is Bret Hart. So I was going back and just watching matches of Bret Hart, and I came across the Bret versus Shawn Michaels Iron Man match, and wow, if I was rating that match, I would rate it a 5 out of 5 because, again, you can tell, this is what I said before, but you can tell when 2 people actually hate each other's guts in the ring by the way that they lock up, by the strategy that they're thinking. And I feel like earlier Bret and Shawn, I had watched a match where they wrestled in, I think, 1992, I want to say. So to see Shawn prep for everything to be able to wrestle Bret in 1995, I think it's essential that Bret and Shawn needed each other, because Bret pushed Shawn to be a way better tech wrestler. You know, he had the star power, he had all the things, he had the ability to be a heel and a baby face as far as Shawn Michaels is concerned. But Bret really pushed him to be a better competitor. And I think Bret is like one of those men in the industry, like you can tell that they're literally so detailed about their craft. It's in his blood. You can tell. That was such a great match, because first of all, it went on for a very long time, but I watched it the whole time and I didn't get bored, not once. I was literally like, oh my god, like literally biting my fingers. I mean, biting my nails, like, what's about to happen next? Just a good classic match that was just a pleasant surprise, because I had never seen that before. And like I said, I love Bret Hart. He did the damn thing with that match. Shawn Michaels was like literally a top competitor. And I think I'm going to make a video where I talk about how Bret and Shawn Shawn gives Bret's evil twin. Like, it's definitely evil twin vibes. Opus. So I watched the movie Opus with my boyfriend and his mom. That literally was such a freaking good movie. Like, I've never seen Midsummer, but it gave what I think that Midsummer would give. It was literally a great movie. I knew it was going to be a great movie, but the message, I don't want to spoil too much, but it had a really interesting message that was just like, hey, we're living in a new world now where you can't rely on just being intelligent or being witty or being a hero or being the things. Now we're living in a world where the creativity is the thing that really is the determining factor for how people look at you. It was such an interesting movie, because I think it is a true reflection of where society is going. But to hear like, okay, artists are the people that have all the pull now, I think that was such an important, it's so hard to describe, but basically it was like this really deep message where it was just like, artists are the ones that are taking over the world now. These are who our new leaders are. They're artists, they're creatives, they're kooky, they're crazy. These are the people that have full control over other people. Very, 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 I don't want to say too much, but very fucking interesting, okay? Definitely check out Opus. And I'm glad that I watched it. So I also watched Gang of Roses, and it's about freaking time that I checked that out. Like, when I tell you that was so divalicious, I cannot wait to rewatch. Like, Lisa Ray, the other girl from the Players Club, I can't think of her name right now. The girl from Bring It On, freaking Little Kim, freaking Bobby Brown. Like, that was so nice to watch, because first of all, baddies everywhere. First of all, baddies freaking everywhere. Second of all, fashion everywhere. Fashion everywhere. Like, third of all star cast. Fourth of all, badass characters. That made me feel so good to watch. I was just like, yee motherfucking how, okay? Like, it was very good, very cutesy, very much a movie that I would rewatch over and over and over again. I absolutely loved it. I actually want to go rewatch it now. So I'm going to talk about this briefly. I also watched Too Hot to Handle Italy, and it made me realize, like, wow, there is a whole other world out there, and that was so tea. I don't care. Too Hot to Handle Italy was so tea, and Ibiza girl caught me. No, I'm just kidding. She's Ibiza. Girl, you're gorgeous. She was literally so gorgeous. I was like, whoa. Also, I like to say, yes, I do watch Love Island. I've always watched Love Island since like 2020, since I first heard about it, since it was first streaming on Hulu. I watched Love Island, so you know I was tuned in, tapped in, right there, front and ready to watch Love Island. I voted Megan and Landry as my winners. had Shalace not been voted off from you crazy fucking people, they would have been my winners. But yeah, so back to Too Hot to Handle Italy. Too Hot to Handle Italy was so good, y'all. I thought I was just gonna be watching it for Daniele and Ibiza, but whenever I actually sat down and watched it, I was just like, wait, I'm invested, and it's really hard for me, and it's really hard for me to like pay attention to a show that doesn't really have that many black characters. So you know it's good. You know it's good. Like, if a show doesn't have that many black characters or not too many black people that's a part of it and it's a reality show, you're losing me. But that was literally so good that I was tapped in the whole time, right? That was one of the best Too Hot to Handles ever. Like, I watched it in Italian. I just read the subtitles, and that was tea. That was so tea. Like, huh? Like, yeah, that was funny, and I like to see the cast really grow and develop, like the islanders, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so the novel that I'm currently reading is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin, and it's literally so devastating and haunting in the most beautiful way I could ever imagine. It's about this couple and society and cultural differences and young versus old. It's about pride, it's about beauty, it's very French. Like, a lot of I have like a really strong background in French, so I know like a lot of the words are in French, so I know a lot, thank God. But I feel like if someone didn't really know, they would struggle maybe a little bit. Great novel. I still haven't finished it. I'm probably gonna end up finishing it this week and start on a new book, because I'm supposed to be reading a book every month and I'm a little bit behind. June was the month that I missed, so I'm catching up for July, but I'm also catching up for June, so eventually I'm going to tap into another novel in this month once I finish the other one. I think I'm gonna end up reading a Toni Morrison novel, because I just need to go ahead and finish my collection. I have to take long breaks in between her novels though, because she moves me to the point to where like I will be incapable of being a human the next day. That is how much her works move me every single time. Like, oh my gosh, that feels so good to be back. And yeah, I'm not on my webcam no more. I'm recording from a camera. Y'all let me know which one y'all like better, because I feel like webcam tease is just like so intimate, and I feel like cameras is like you can see me a little better. You know, it's good if you want to watch it big, and I really wanted to give y'all just like a very real outlook of me, good outlook of like me in my prime, especially when it's like summer. I'm always in my prime, to be real. I'm always just learning, but just me now, like when I feel like super soulful, free, just loving, just thankful, happy. That reminds me of what else I'm going to get into. The albums that I've actually tapped into this month is In My Mind by Pharrell. Let me tell you, 10 out of motherfucking 10. But are we surprised? No, because it's Pharrell. I loved that album. That was such a treat to go back and listen. I think that was my first time listening from beginning to end, and I was like, yo, this is giving mastermind. This is giving genius. I'm obsessed. I also have been listening to Disturbing the Peace by Bobby Valentino, because I just needed some good R&B, and I'm loving that album. I'm just going back and kind of listening to the music that I heard around me, but I was so young that I never had a chance to actually unpack the entire album, because I wasn't old enough to be like, oh mom, I want this album. Like, I was like 5, you know, when some of these albums dropped. And just hearing it with a new ear, I'm just like, damn, this is pressure. Okay, I also went back and listened to, well, I never listened to this before either. I listened to 2088. I still have to finish, and that was a strong, like, what, EP? I guess that was an EP. I really liked it's like one song that's just so good. I'm gonna have to go back and look whenever I edit this video, but one of the songs I was like, ooh, yeah. Sonically, this is incredible. And like I feel like I'm really definitely a good, like I have a really great ear as far as music is concerned, because music is just like so important to me. 2088 was really good. I also went back and listened to Blonde by Frank Ocean, and I don't know why I felt like I didn't ever like really listen to that album, because when I went back I was like, damn, how do I know all the words to these songs? Like it was so scary. Like I was like listening to the album, like singing along. I'm like, why do I not remember really listening to this album at the time, but I just know all the words? Like some artists, y'all know how I feel about Frank Ocean, okay? Powerful artist. All right. Okay, and so also wanted to include the YouTube videos that I actually really are super memorable to me. And because I like to call myself an algo maxer, like my algorithm sends me only the coolest flyest shit because I'm such a cool fly girl, you know what I mean? So the first one was Niche 2010 Diva Fashion Films. Okay, by Jessica Hart White. I see it now. Literally such a cute, I haven't finished it. I'm actually gonna go back and watch, but she made me want to watch Sucker Punch for the first time, because I was like, oh, I didn't know that this was tea. I didn't know that this was a tea. And I love just cutesy little videos like that, where I'm just like, it came up like randomly on my algorithm, where I was just like, oh, she's talking about fashion and film, like let's see what's good. And that was so cute. Like I loved it. Also, I watched a video called Individuality Complex, something about an individuality complex by Inez Blanche. What to do about an individuality complex. That was such a good video, because yo, people be trying too hard to be overly weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, just be you. Be you. Smile, beautiful. Like, people be trying too hard to be overly weird to the point that it feels performative. Like, guys, let's just have fun. I completely agree with what she said. I loved that video. That was so cool. Like, I just love video essays a lot, right? And I also came across this video called by Triana TV called Tumblr, something about 2014 Tumblr. My gosh, you guys, I really hope I find it. Living girl blogging like it's 2014 Tumblr or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, like there really are girls that's just like me out in this universe. Like when I saw that video, I felt so seen. I was like, oh my god, the girlies be this would be too dangerous if we were all like close near each other. Like we would probably be the presidents, like, you know what I mean? Like powerful creative women all together in one. You had to spread it out like fucking Pokemon. You had to spread it out like fucking Dragon Balls. Come on now. So I watched that video and it was so cute, and it felt so, it really inspired me. So I really like to think that video, and also Media of the Week by Gabriella. Those two videos, I'm gonna go into that, but I'm also gonna say before I go into those videos, they made me be like, oh my god, I feel so seen. Like these girlies know me. Like, you know my life. How the fuck do you know my life? But I like it. Like it was good. Like I was just like, yes, they're just like, they really get it. They really get it. They're like me. I agree. This is how you live life. This is how you engage in media. Like Shawn TV, I love the edits. It was so romantic. Like it felt so romantic. Like I felt like a close friend. For Media of the Week by Gabriella, very cool girl. Very cool girl. Very pretty girl. Very model. Very model. I just tapped in and I was like, let me subscribe to these girlies that are actually hella inspiring, because I was just like, yeah, this is how I would like to show up in the media space, just like this, like being cool, being cutesy, being fresh, being fly, you know, and just yapping. Where my real yappers at? Stand up. Vlogging, video blogging, like this is the real tea, y'all. So I also saw BASHAR'S prediction on Next Level Soul podcast, where he's talking about possibly an alien encounter in 2027. Aliens are gonna be a thing in 2027. Listen, I'm ready. I need an alien bestie. Where you at? Where you at? Alien bestie, let's go shopping, okay? Yeah, I really love like watching Next Level Soul podcast. I really also love watching Bashar and the predictions, and like, you know, I feel like there's so many people that are in that same lane that are saying the same thing, and I feel like they are definitely forward thinking and very just like incredible people, and this is the type of content that I would expect out of 2025, like predictions, like the real tea. I also saw, I can't find this video of this lady channeling someone 200 years into the future. I'm definitely gonna link all these videos that I'm talking about, and it was so eye-opening. Like, it was literally like it released every bad feeling that I had. Because I was like, yo, I really just sat back and thought, and I was like, yo, in 200 years, we're not gonna be here. Everybody that I know is gonna be dead. And it was so freeing. Like, I was like, in 200 years, none of this shit will matter, you know. And it was so freeing and eye-opening. And yeah, so I have to end it there. My camera's about to die, so it's technology. And thank you for sticking around for 444 Ja. And I hope to see you in the next video. Give me some love if you fuck with your girl. If you liking this media that I consumed in 1 month. You know, it's kind of like me also training like media diet. You know what I'm saying? I hope this was great. And yeah, so. Okay. Okay.